Thank you for joining us for another episode of That Solo Life, the podcast for PR pros and marketers who work for themselves, like me, Michelle Kane of Voice Matters, and my wonderful partner in podcast crime, Karen Swim of Solo PR Pro. Hi, Karen. How are you today?
I'm good. I am so ready to
Not?
jingle some bells and fa la 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 la
You know
and
it.
all of
You
that good
know
stuff.
it. You know it. I know. So this episode is going to be all about that. We may not even talk about PR. Who knows? We're going to talk about a few of our favorite things, but unlike Oprah, you're not getting a thing from us.
You don't get a car. You don't get a car. Sorry, guys. We don't have that kind of a budget. But yeah,
No.
so for those of you who might be watching this on YouTube, and
Oh,
it is pre-recorded, but this episode will air right before Christmas. So I think
or
the
yeah.
22nd of the month,
Yep.
but the audio will be just after Christmas and before New Year. So we'll carry over, hopefully, a little bit of the holiday merriment as we round out the year.
Yes, if you can't see, I'm wearing my festive headgear that doesn't light up anymore, but that's okay. It's all in good fun. This is probably as close to an office party as I will get for myself. So there we go. So I don't know, where should we start? Cookies? Movies?
I don't know.
Activities? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Songs, music, favorite Christmas movie. Mine is kind of weird, but Scrooged, the Bill Murray
Oh,
Scrooged. I'm all about Carol Kane with no relation with the toaster.
that's so funny. So can I admit that I've never seen that movie?
It can be a little dark, but if you're a fan of the Murray genre, and
Yeah.
it's so very late 80s, early 90s too. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm sometimes amazed at some of the films that just I never got to see for whatever reason.
It
And
doesn't yeah, it doesn't get plastered around too much this time of year. You kind of have to look for it. It definitely is dated. I like to play a little game of count the Murray brothers in the film because I think at least 2, maybe 3 of them make an appearance throughout the film.
I think that that is a great choice. So I'll have to add Scrooged to
Oh,
my
yes.
list of
Yes.
holiday movies. Although I have to say, I am a little bit tired of Christmas themed things
Ah,
this year.
yes. Yes,
And
yes.
it might be because I sort of watched a few too many Hallmark movies in the summertime. And by the time we got to December, I was just kind of over
You're like, I'm full up small town girl meets big city boy, or wait, reverse.
it. Which at whatever stress was happening in whatever month, in the summer months, it was calming and
It
I needed
works.
it. So, but I couldn't take Christmas in July and December. So,
Yeah, yeah. See, Christmas in July. I'd have to be in Australia to appreciate something like that.
yeah,
Like,
there you
okay,
go.
no, actually put me in the place where it's actually warm at Christmas time. Otherwise, no, I'm not doing it.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, warm Christmases feel more like the Christmases that I was accustomed to. So they
Yes.
feel more normal to me, actually.
Yes.
Nothing
Maybe.
like a dose of sunshine to put me in the Christmas spirit.
That's that sounds far nicer than me enjoying watching Bill Murray getting clocked with a toaster.
Well, I mine is a toss-up. For the classic, I think, ooh, A Christmas Story and Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, yes. I mean, they're
And
both
for
classics.
the debatable whether it's really a Christmas movie, Die Hard gets me every time.
I love it. I love it. It's funny, one of our state rep just had a fundraiser this past week at our local theater with playing Die Hard.
I love it. I love
It's
the Die
so
Hard
clever.
movies.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
no, they are good. They are
yeah.
good. And hey, I agree. If there's lights in it, a Christmas classic, you know?
There you go.
And of course there's Love Actually, which I know 15, 20 years on, people are picking apart the problematic parts, but I don't care. I love it.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
have things. Let us have our things.
It's so true. It's impossible to look back now at some shows. I was watching an old episode of Seinfeld, and I just realized
Yeah.
how problematic this particular episode was, and so many of them, because in the lens of what we know and what's acceptable today, you look back and you're like,
Yeah.
that didn't age
Yeah.
well.
No,
So
no. And
yeah, it was an
yeah.
episode where Jerry was dating a woman who was an artist, and they broke up, and she wrote him this long letter saying how she was going to fight for him and how even if he doesn't love her. And it was just the whole time I was not laughing. I was like, this is horrifying. Like, this sounds like a stalker. Why was this even a good episode? This is awful. This is not healthy. This is just troublesome on every level.
It is true. It is so true. Oh, that's so funny. No, I mean, A
Yeah.
Christmas Story is a classic, and that's usually on a nice 24-hour
Yeah.
on Christmas Day. And
Oh,
oh,
it's just little Peter Billingsley, and
yeah,
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 that's a
and
good one. That's a feel good
yeah,
kinda classic. And,
yeah.
I love Charlie Brown. I've
Me
always loved
too.
Charlie Brown, and it never gets old for me.
No, no. I mean, that's must see viewing. That's like the Christmas Emeritus
Yeah,
program. That
yeah,
that's at the very tippy top of the mountain.
yes.
Although, I am team Heat Miser though with The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Aw.
I personally don't like the heat, but I do love me some Heat Miser.
I love it. I love it.
He's Mr. 101. Anyway, I'm not gonna sing it. You could just Google it and look up the proper thing on YouTube, and that'll do just fine.
Love it.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty much a traditionalist when it comes to cookies. Anything Toll House makes my world happy. Just give me a nice chocolate chip or an M&M and
I
easy to
think
please.
at the holiday time, my favorite cookie is vegan sugar cookies.
Oh, yum.
Thankfully, are not so easy to find. I haven't really been eating cookies this year, but yeah, I love a good vegan sugar cookie.
Yeah, yeah. And you're right. Yeah, Pillsbury hasn't figured out how to pop them in a tube just yet, or have they?
I don't think so. I don't
No.
want to know. I mean, I don't go to the grocery store, so this is a benefit that I just don't know. I have no
Okay.
idea.
So, listeners, if you see them, don't tell Karen.
Yeah, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't know. I don't want to know about any of the vegan baked goods. Thank you very much.
There's a new place in my neighborhood. They have some sweet treats. Just saying.
Uh, I'm
Uh,
kind of I've sort of broken up with the sweet treats.
that's good. That's not
We're
a
on a
bad thing.
break. Yeah, break.
We're on a pause. It's
Yeah.
all good. We're on a pause. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what other fun festive things. It's so funny. Like sometimes you just get so immersed in year end and making sure everything's up and out, and you're just like, I have to do something Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like it doesn't even have to be holiday themed, but at this time of the year, please take some time to do something
Yeah.
mindless,
Yes.
fun for you. I mean, it does, it can be not mindless and fun, but we just need a break.
Yeah.
Allow yourself, whether you celebrated Hanukkah and you don't celebrate Christmas or you don't
Right.
celebrate either. This really is the time of year because it's the
Yeah.
ending of the year that you really should just allow yourself to have some fun, take a break, take a mental break, take a physical break.
Yeah.
God, especially this year where it feels like we're all crawling towards the end of the year. Everyone is
Yeah.
burned out and tired. One of my new little pastimes that I just picked up a few days ago on the recommendation of one of our pet parents is Crime Scene Kitchen. So I have
What?
thoroughly been enjoying Crime Scene Kitchen. It's some show that's hosted by Joe McHale and some famous baker that I don't know her name, Yolanda Campbell, maybe. I don't know. I don't bake, so I don't know that she's this big famous YouTube star. And I forget who the other judge is. Oh, Curtis.
Stone?
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. God, how terrible. So people who cook
Well,
are probably shooting arrows at me right now. Yeah, it's this
so
quirky
how does this work? Do they create a crime scene while they're cooking?
thing too. So they create a crime scene kitchen, and teams of bakers, teams of two, have to. The crime scene of it all is something has been baked. Some mystery dessert has been baked in the kitchen, and they leave behind clues. So you have to search the sink, you have to search the dishwasher to see what type of pans might have been, cleaned and they're still wet. You have to look at the pantry to see what ingredients were used. There might be like a smidge of chocolate. There may be ruler markings. You open up the
Okay.
trash can and you have gloves. And so you really have to be like a little detective to figure out the dessert. And then you get like this timer. So there's only so much time that each team has in the crime scene kitchen. Where you're recreating and taking all the clues. And then you have to use your detective skills to figure out the dessert. Then you have to make the dessert.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That'd be almost a fun house party game too.
Yes,
You
it's
can
so much
recreate that
fun,
at
and I
home.
thought it was so clever, and it's just so fun to watch. The part that
Yeah.
I really love is the detective part of it all,
Yeah.
because some of the people are not great detectives, and I think, "My God, it's obviously carrot cake," and I'm not a baker, so I'm like, "It's obviously carrot cake. Watch the clues." And then for the desserts that I have no idea what they are, at least I know how to look for clues, and I'm like, yes, that's there, but it's unopened. It's not a clue. Pay
Right.
attention. So, yeah, it's really fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome. So it's not related to TV or food, but when you said crime scene, a hilarious sidebar story. So a friend of mine, our local police department before COVID, they used to do these citizens academies. And so they did this one session is they set up a legit crime scene at the police department. So down in the basement, there were like blood-stained footprints and all sorts of things to make it look like something. But they start the class upstairs, and this woman comes in the building like ashen and free, kind of like fretting. She was the Girl Scout leader that was supposed to have rented the basement, but she was there the wrong night. So what she walked into was this fake crime scene.
Gosh.
And she walked upstairs and was like, "Oh, we're here for the Girl Scout meeting." Like, no,
Oh my
there was a
gosh.
scheduling mix-up. So,
Oh my gosh. See. Oh, that's
oh my
fun.
gosh,
Like for a Girl Scout leader.
I know. So the crime scene kitchen would be a lot more appropriate. Just
Yes.
brought that
Crumping
story to
kitchen
mind.
is good, clean, no blood fun.
Oh,
The
that's
crime
cool.
is something was baked here. What is it? So yeah,
Do
if
they
you
have
guys
smells too? Do they have the smells still there? I mean, we can't.
they
Oh,
taste things. So obviously that's why there's only one team in the kitchen. So one team goes in the
yeah,
kitchen, and sure that they must have like three kitchens because each team gets
yeah,
their turn in the kitchen. So it's
yeah.
not all of them at one time. But yes, you have to
That's so
smell things like, do
cool.
you smell banana? Do you smell vanilla? You
Yeah,
open the refrigerator to see like, okay, did they use this type of milk? What kind of, was there flour? And there's like these tiny little clues that you have to put together. And
very
some
cool.
like miss like clues and they're like, I didn't see that. I
Yeah,
did you smell
yeah.
that? And yeah, and so it's
Mm.
really fun. It's good fun.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
streaming
cool.
it on Hulu, but I'm sure I believe it's in a lot of other places. So if
Okay.
you get a chance, as
Yeah,
I guess especially for those of you in our listening audience who might be bakers, you might enjoy this show because
I
people
think so.
me about it, and I'm not a
Yeah.
baker.
Well, and especially since I've exhausted the current season of the Great British Bake Off, so,
Yeah.
which does double
People rave
duty.
about that show. I have
It
never seen it, but it's on my list.
Yes, the current season, season 9, I don't know, the group especially is just so charming and different and endearing, and it's just so
Oh,
refreshing that, "Oh, look, they actually like each other, they're kind. Oh my goodness," and of course, it's in England, so, "Oh, I feel like I've traveled."
yes.
Have I traveled somewhere? I don't know, maybe,
That's
which is
lovely.
sad in its own little way, but yeah. But we do. We hope that you just make sure you get some time in to giggle. Do something
Yeah,
silly. If the Christmas market near you is still open and there is a Ferris wheel, ride it. Do the thing that you might think, "Oh, I don't have time to do that." Or, go get a little mini spa day or go golfing or do something that can help fill you back up. Because even if, not all of us are shutting completely down for the last couple of weeks because we still have some clients that have stuff going on, that emails will slow down and the pace will slow down. So take advantage of that. That's the
yeah.
time to do it.
I
Mhm.
mean, for me, the pace has already slowed down. My
Yeah.
none of my clients are really shutting down for the
Yeah.
holidays, which is I feel like that's so unfortunate that if there was any year that we all should have started a petition, if the government wanted to give away free money, they should have shut down, not lockdown.
No.
Let's be clear.
No.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
no,
lock.
not locked down.
They should have allowed everybody to just shut down for at least a week. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking too, just and pay
Yeah.
everybody because
Yeah.
people are
We need it.
tired.
Yeah, we need it. We need it. There's some things, even though we broke up with, the UK a long, long time ago, Europe still has some good ideas, guys.
They know how to take a good holiday. I will say that.
They sure do, and they come out the other side. It's amazing.
Yeah. Definitely, America, a lot of benefits to living in this country, but one of the things that we don't do well is we don't have a good work-life balance. And other countries do a better job. Many
Yeah,
other countries, not them
yeah,
all, but many other countries do a better job of actually taking time away from work.
yeah.
Um, I can't remember the company that actually, I think it is an actually a USA company that not
Mm.
only somebody was telling me they're shutting down for the last 2 weeks of the year, but they also shut off email.
Oh,
So nobody can even access it. So even if
I
people were tempted
love
to
it.
like work, they just shut it down.
And,
How cool is that? And why is
and
that not a trend?
right? I mean, and guess what? And I'm sure they work that into their budget and it works out just fine. We do not have to be 24/7 nation. I think we went through that spurt of when technology came to the fore where it was cool and it was this badge, and now we're just like, no. and
Yeah.
it, and it'll be done. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, not that I've traveled super extensively, but one of my major takeaways from when I was in London, and I could be wrong, but I'm standing on the train platform and it was rush hour, but it didn't feel as insane as that vibe of here on the East Coast. And I'm thinking, this is a major city. They get things done, you know, and here we are. Like it's okay. So
Yeah. And I
yeah,
mean, as you said, I've had that experience in Paris where it just felt people like sit and they actually enjoy their meals and the
yeah,
company that they're with, and they are
yeah,
not checking their smartphones or,
right,
they're really fully present in whatever they're doing. And of course,
yeah,
when you're visiting, you're seeing things through the lens of a visitor. So from day to day, I'm sure that they're tired and they get stressed out too.
sure,
But overall, I do, and they would probably have a different view because that's their reality. They live in their
correct,
reality and we're living
right,
in our reality. But when we look at what they deal with from our
yeah.
lens, it sure looks a lot better than what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Yeah, you're right. Everyone's perception is their reality. So, but the moral of the story is please do take some time, watch some silly television, just sit outside, stare at the sky. It's all good. We hope that you do whatever you need to do for yourself to end the year well, and that we'll all be refreshed as we enter into 2022. And we can't thank you enough for spending this year with us. We're very
Yeah.
honored that you give us your time because we know time is valuable. And we do hope you get something out of each and every week. We try to bring you things that are relevant and that can help you help all of us together do our best work and just carve out a good that's all a life for ourselves. So thank you, and we wish you a very merry, happy everything. And we'll see you next time on That's All a Life.
See you next time.